So Eden, we've just shot a mock interview, right? Where, actually we did two. One where you were the witness to a violent incident, and then another one where you were potentially getting in trouble for something. I'm really interested to hear from you, and so will the people who are watching this be interested to hear what's it actually like from the perspective of a student being interviewed. Let's start with the one where you were a witness to something. What's that experience actually like for you being asked those questions?
It was actually quite scary, because even though I knew this wasn't real, but just trying to remember what I saw in the video you showed me earlier and making sure that I had every detail right. And I was kind of thinking in the perspective of if someone was actually being interviewed here, that they would be worried that they were going to get something wrong and then get in trouble for being wrong. So I think it was quite intimidating, and I almost was a bit worried. I was like, oh, if I get something wrong, then yes, I might get in trouble or something like that. So I think it was quite a lot of pressure on me, yeah.
Yeah, it's difficult. And for the teacher who's asking you the questions, they've got to try and get to the truth, right? But they've got to try and make it as easy as they can for you. So what advice would you have for someone in my position, or deans, principals, all those sorts of people in schools who might be asking someone like you questions about that? What advice would you have to make it easier for you as the student?
Just being really understanding, to be honest. Listening, I think, really helped. Like, even when you gave me more moments of just time for me to think, more came up in my brain and of what I could remember and what I could say out loud. But yeah, also just being very slow with the whole thing, not rushing it all, would really help, yeah.
Okay, that's really helpful, Eden. So what you're saying is that when we use silence and pause and give you time to think, that takes the pressure off and actually makes it easier for you and less stressful?
Yeah, it felt that I wasn't needing to get all my information out in one dose. It kind of gave me time to process and think more about what I saw and get the details right as well, not just having to kind of go, oh, I saw that happen, but I can't actually remember every detail about it.
Yeah, because there are a couple of points, right, where you sort of started and in the interview training I talk about that first bit is called the free recall, because you're just recalling everything without me prompting you with a whole lot of questions. And we kind of got to a point where you sort of stopped and paused, and it's very tempting for me in that situation to then start peppering you with a whole lot of questions, but instead I just sat there and said something like, take as much time as you want. What effect did that have on you? That
really helped, because if there was to be more questions, that would kind of stop all what thoughts and everything were going on in my brain. So it was really good to have that time to pause, to then think, and to think more. And that's when all the information actually started coming into my brain, and all the details. So yeah.
Yeah, because you remembered some more stuff after that, eh? And
yes,
talked for another
I
few
did.
minutes that you hadn't initially remembered.
Yes, more information just kept coming every time I had moments to think, and just even like the silence helped, because there was no distraction of other questions being put into my brain.
Yeah, great. And one of the big things that's really difficult is there's a bit of a power imbalance, right? Because you're a student, I'm a big scary adult, but if we can take some time and, like you say, just leave some silence and some pauses, that kind of reduces that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's really helpful.